Hello tribe, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. So this reading will be extended on Patreon, just heads up. Now, hopefully this is going to be useful for you all, guys. What I'm looking at here today is someone's personality, and I'm going to be looking at both aspects, the dark and the light. You know, the light side will be describing what this person is good at or what they have mastered, and the dark side will be the shadow side. Okay, now you may think about someone who's already existing in your life, or you may think of someone that you are going to meet. So formulate your questions, choose the pile. Pile number 1 is on your left, pile number 3 is on your right. I'll see you in timestamps. Hey tribe, pile 1, let's see, what up? What do we need to know about this person, whoever has chosen a feather? By the way, I just want to talk about this a little bit. I found this feather whilst mushroom picking in the forest, and I think this is already kind of connected to what we need to know about this person. This person may have, first of all, they really like to be outdoors or do some sorts of activities outdoors. What's being highlighted here for me is the connection that they have with the earth, and this is someone who maybe probably from time to time have to get away to nature, but it seems like not the parts that are, you know, made to look cool. For example, in a park, it's almost like untouched. I'm hearing untouched parts of nature, and they really value adventure and having a hobby, and they really admire someone who is committed to their hobby or who is adventurous too. Someone who likes to explore, because that is the part of themselves that they also value, and it seems like they're committed in some sort of repetitive event I'm sensing, and it's very close to their heart. It's very personal to them. Okay, let's see what we got. We have the warrior. You got a strong one here. I'm going to pull more cards. We're gonna be looking at this card. We're gonna be doing all the things. Okay, so let me see which deck I want to use for you all, guys. Let's go with the texture tarot. This is someone who has very good boundaries, okay? Someone who has very good boundaries, someone who sometimes may feel misunderstood by their surroundings. And it seems like this is a person who is, they're very, very strong. They can. See, they're not questioning their own strength. They probably don't have, or at least won't show you their fears. They would probably suck it up, and they wouldn't, I'm hearing scream or moan about it. This is someone who is very resilient. But at the same time, the darker aspect of this is that they have a tendency not to fully open up, which I think works for their own disadvantage. This person might have some sort of, or had an issue when it comes to their mental health, specifically teenage years. When growing up, I'm sensing here, and this is someone who is very straight to the point, someone who is very logical, but at the same time there is that creative side of them, but I don't think they show it just to anyone, because I'm seeing someone doing something behind closed doors. It's only for me. This is someone who values personal space. So if they feel like their personal space is threatened, you'll probably notice that they slowly retreat. This is someone who does not like codependent people. They wouldn't be able to deal with them, because what they would say, they'd say, why are you not taking care of yourself to feel good in your own company. It's almost like they might not understand that. They try to, but they might not understand that. Because they're working and they worked so much on themselves, and they're still working, I'm seeing with the Ten of Swords here, especially the headspace, that as if they also expect others whom they let in to take care of themselves as much as this person is taking care of themselves too. Okay, so when it comes to companionship, this person would expect, it's not, I'm being corrected, it's not that they expect, they would gather a tribe that is very resilient. This person has wisdom beyond years, but again, I keep hearing not anyone's business. So this person might be a little bit closed off. They don't want to brag about things that they know about or they are good at. This would be the light side. The dark side would be someone who wouldn't be as good at something that they're trying to do, but they make it seem like they are. That would be a dark side of this person. So you'll know, if you're asking about an existing person, you probably know a bit about them, or you intuitively feel like which side suits the description better. See, the dark side would be someone who is completely emotionally unavailable. And also someone who would push their troubles onto someone else, making them feel as bad as they are feeling at that moment. That would be a dark side. What else do we need to know about this person? What else do we need to know about this person? This is just for a couple of you. This person might be into either body modification or tattoos or piercings, stuff like that. I'm gonna put 3 more cards below these and we'll talk some more. Yeah, so we know that this person is crazily strong. They also have really strong manifestation skills, but I think for a part of you, they haven't uncovered that just yet. They will, I think, uncover that in the future. It's almost like they are able to manipulate energy the way they want it for themselves. Okay, the dark side would be they'd be manipulating the energy, kind of getting into someone else's business, mending the free will, etc., etc. Okay, what do you need to know about this person? 2 of Swords, the Tower. Yeah, so this is just showing so remember how I talked about the dark side of the manipulation of energy? So the Tower shows us exactly that. Now, bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Wands. This is someone who's very, very protective over people that they care about. You're gonna know if this person doesn't give a shit about someone, it's as clear as day. They are polite about it though. The light side is polite about it. The dark side wouldn't be so much. You know, overall, if someone doesn't get a hint that this person is not interested in friendship, partnership, they would then have to step into this warrior mode where they make sure that they are clear. Okay? It's not that they're going to be coming after someone, but they will be very loud and clear about that. If you can hear the rain, I'm right by the window. It's actually hailstones now. It's not rain anymore. Weird weather, man. Weird weather. So maybe somehow weather is connected to this person. Maybe you're going to meet this person around the time when the weather is a bit crazy, or you met them already and there is some sort of memory there that is important, that is being highlighted. I'm also sensing this is someone who likes the old-fashioned shit, you know. They would probably love to... It's not that they're actively seeking for that, but they would love to live in a time when people were communicating using letters, not messaging online. This is someone who may have issues opening up, but the moment they work on themselves, or they at least sit with themselves and try to understand why they are like they are, and if that's beneficial or not for them, like an honest conversation, right? Looking at yourself in the mirror. They then step into a balanced place. This person's challenge may be vulnerability. Okay, how can I be vulnerable? So maybe they grew up in an environment where they had to grow up, too soon, or due to life's challenges, they became a warrior. For others of you, this is someone who naturally brought this energy with them at a time of birth. And if that's the case, it seems like part of a mission here for them, for their own growth, is to connect to their heart a little bit more. That one wants to come out too. We'll take that. Yeah, so a lot, headspace is highlighted here AF. And that's something that burdens them from time to time. They're very smart people, but at the same time, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. At the same time twice. Wow. Exaggeration. Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse for them. It seems like they're like, shit. They might have difficulties finding people who also want to dive deep, who also want to improve themselves and become masters. This is someone who wants to become a master in something that they do. And they probably are interested in many different things, because see, their brain is like a computer, so they constantly in their heads. If we were talking about a romantic partnership here with the Ten of Cups, they probably they get turned on when someone talks intellectually with them, or someone shares info, or they really value what's in someone's head. They truly, truly value that. If you know this person's mother, they have borrowed this strength from their mother too, okay? And the light side of this person honors, respects, and cherishes women in general. And that's why they feel this sense of protection over a female in their life. regardless of what kind of sex we're talking about here. This is someone who would protect the one they love at all costs. But when they don't care about someone, I told you, they have no problem saying sayonara. Retreating slowly. I'm hearing retreating slowly. So I'm going to extend this on Patreon. We'll see what's up. And Tribe, thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Hey Tribe, how to? Let's see what is up. We're going to be looking at the light and the dark aspects, whenever it will come through, so you'll know, probably, if you're not asking about the future person, your intuition will probably tell you anyways, if this person traits that we are talking about are in the light or the dark aspect, okay? We're all learning, so there is no shade when it comes to dark aspects at all. We all have them. Let's go. It's just the willingness to learn, right? Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one, won't it? We have the shapeshifter. Let's get more info. Oof, are you ready? I'm gonna be using these two Polinaris deck. Let's see. We have the Lovers. I want to say, first of all, this is someone who's very adaptable. Okay, this is someone who is so adaptable to the point where sometimes they can effortlessly pretend that there is someone else. And it can be, as a dark aspect, it could be difficult for you to determine who this person truly is if they don't want to show that to you. So, interesting stuff. Okay. This is someone who's good at manipulating energy. If they have to manipulate a situation to their own advantage, they are good at doing that too. Okay, it depends how they approach it. It can either be a light aspect, right? Or a dark one. Yeah, this person is really good at getting what they want. Let's pull 3 more cards and we're gonna be talking. So at the bottom, we have the 6 of Swords. We also have the King of Cups. We have the 2 of Swords. And bottom of the deck, let's see. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. That does not surprise me. I'll put it right next to the Lovers card. Okay, let me tune in. First things first, this person treasures friendships, okay? They need to be surrounded by a good group of people who are inspiring, people who lift them up, and the light aspect of this person would do the same. The dark aspect of this person would kind of take the energy but not give anything back. I want to say this is someone who has potential to be some sort of healer. This is someone who might be interested in supernatural things, metaphysical. This is someone who has some sort of connection to spirit or source. They probably really like to talk about it if they find people who are also interested in these things. But I'm also sensing for a couple of you, this person might be when they need to, They might be someone who would connect to dark spirits to get what they want. Now, this is not for all of you, okay? If you know, you know. I'm also sensing, okay, so this person is very nurturing. Super, super nurturing energy. When you're around this person, the light aspect of them, it seems that you feel almost like you're being either mothered, or you feel like you are safe with them. They make you feel safe. This is someone who might be interested in, or in their future plans, they might even have written it down somewhere, that they want to do something that somehow helps humanity. I'm hearing rescue, I'm hearing volunteering, I'm specifically seeing someone giving out food to those who are not as resourceful. So this is a type of person who would have a hard time passing by a homeless person. They're very interested in the dark shit, you know? They might even watch or like watching movies that have very deep psychological topics, or horror, or sci-fi, something that is, you know, very twisted, deep. They like to get to know how one's brain works, but it seems like they do it for entertainment more so than actually getting involved in this for work. Most of them, okay, for most of you. I want to say for a couple of you, this could be someone who someone who may really battle with themselves sometimes, because there are two sides to them that are equally overpowering one another. So for a couple of you, this might even be someone who have bipolar tendencies. Sometimes this person, when they really like someone or love someone, they might notice that there's almost like a mist that comes over their eyes, and they can't make intuitive judgments on people. So that would be something that they struggle with. They go, damn, like, why didn't I see this through? This is someone who values partnerships very much. They're probably very given, and for most of you, their love language is probably giving something, like gifting something to the other, or gifting an experience that they know that the other likes, or leaving a note on a nightstand, things like that. There's also this energy as if, you know, you can't catch me. And I think I'm being pushed and pulled between the light and the dark side. For some of them it works. For others, it's actually non-beneficial at all. They might have issues with commitment. See, they're very good at making friendships and keeping those friendships for a long time. But I think when it comes to romantic partnerships, they may have issues unless they have mastered that part of themselves already, unless they understood and they worked through it. But this is something that is personal to them, and they gotta do it themselves. This person may have a strong connection to ocean or lake or river. They might even have their favorite place somewhere by the water. And whenever they are by the water, it seems like they are completely cleansed and their mind is clear, and that's all that they need. It's almost like a restart button is being pressed. They probably love boats or any activity that has to do with water. There's something about this person's eyes. It's almost like they can see through you sometimes, and it can be terrifying for some people, especially those ones who are afraid to be vulnerable. But the light side of this person, they're not doing it in order to, get in your business. It just almost like they're not doing it on purpose. It just happens to them. So with this, what I'm sensing is that if they practice how to switch this on and off, they could truly do something with that. It would be very beneficial for them in the long run, because that would connect them to the right people who are there to walk with them long term. There is this side of them that they're battling sometimes that they don't want to let in, and I want to see what this is. What is the side that this person is battling with? Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. Let me adjust the camera slightly. Okay, so one part of them wants to be free. If they could, they would live somewhere remote. The other side is very business-minded. And it feels like these two sometimes fight with one another. This person may also have they have great ideas, but maybe they struggle with executing those ideas. Could be procrastinating. Or for others of you, they may not believe in that idea as much as they should. And this is coming from their surroundings, how they were grown up, what example they had, or what was said to them at one point. When it comes to partnerships, they're looking for someone who, it's gonna sound weird, but someone who's almost like the opposite of them, someone who's better at what they suck at. Ideally, they would want that type of partnership. That would not intimidate them, that they have to be taught, or they're not afraid to show that they are not good at something when it comes to partnership. Not straight away, but once they trust the person, they like, I really love that you are so good at this. Could you help me out? Number 6 might be important to this person. If they have their favorite number, or maybe this is their life path number. Or maybe they're born on the 6th or 16th, 26. But that's just like a side note here. If you can hear the wind, it's outside. It's the crazy weather today. This is someone who seeks for equality of some sorts. Same as I said about partnerships, they would want an equal partner. They wouldn't want to be treated let me find the right words. They wouldn't want to be treated as a stronger or weaker person. We both can be that. It's almost as if they're speaking to me. You know, sometimes I am weak, you're the strong one, and vice versa. This person aims for equality. The dark side of this person could have troubles even opening up to their friends or allowing their friends to see who they truly are. And that, if that's the case, they struggle a lot because no one really knows them and they want to be known for who they are. But it's like there is that internal battle. They would even say, but sometimes I'm this person and sometimes I'm that person. I'm all in one. Maybe they're questioning their personality sometimes. So I'm going to extend this on Patreon and see what else is coming through. Tribe, thank you for being here. Until next time. Hello, 𝒘𝒊𝒕𝒉 people. Let's see what is up. So as I said in the intro, we're going to be looking at light and dark aspects. We'll see what's going to be coming through. Okay, let's go. Well, that is very straightforward. Okay, let's see which deck we are using for that vibe. So if you didn't see properly, we have the healer and the deck I'm gonna be using. Interesting. I wanna use the Haunted House Tarot. Oh, okay, wait, there's one part mixed up from the other deck. What do we need to know about this person? Pile number 3. The Lovers, Knight of Wands. So, you know, it goes very, very well hand in hand, these two cards, as we started. So you've got the healer and you have this beautiful card from this deck. I actually love it. Look at her hands. So straightforward, this is someone who definitely has some sort of healing powers. Either they acknowledge it or they don't. And I want to say that the light aspect of this person would be entertaining that idea. Sounds weird, but that's how I heard it. It's like they would want to explore more of it, why they have it. And I'm seeing why they have it. It's important for them because once they go on that path of discovery, they'll be able to understand their roots better, because there is something that is very important in their roots, in their ancestry. And once they go down that path, it seems like they discover the core of themselves, why they're here, what they came here to do. The dark aspect would be going around trying to fix people and getting burned. The light aspect would understand to which extent they are needed. Make sense? Okay. Hearing they would be fixed, the dark side would be fixing people to their own disadvantage. And I think at one point, a lot of healers have been there. Some of them cop on pretty quickly. Some of them need longer time. You've got the Eight of Wands. Queen of Swords. Sun is shining in your read. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Five of Wands. And the Magician. Hello. Very appropriate for this stack. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I want to breathe in and breathe out in this reading. It's almost like I'm trying to breathe out things that I've taken from my surroundings that don't really belong to me. So this person may have issues sometimes when I'm keeping either energetic, or actually maybe even physical boundaries intact. This is someone who has a strong entrepreneur spirit, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were seeking to start their own business, or they always felt like, are they going to be doing something on their own or starting something themselves? This is quite an independent vibe. This person doesn't like to be tied to also society expectations. But it seems like they're going to have to experience this anyway in order for them to find what they don't like, what is not for them, in order to see what is actually for them. They've got a lot of patience. This is someone who has a lot of patience, but the dark side would be too patient, expecting a person to change or trying to fix the person. And literally then they're in the loop, and it's a very destructive pattern that they're in. The light aspect of this, this is someone who knows how to manipulate energy to their own advantage. Not to say that they play with others' free will, but they know how to improve their own well-being, their own life. I would go as far as their own health, in order for a more peaceful or more quality living. But they want to explore what they have, the talents that they have. I'm feeling that this is the energy for some of these people that's still waiting in the future, and that they're still to be discovering these parts of themselves. This is someone who's really keen on learning. They like to be mentally stimulated. If they're not mentally stimulated, or if they're not around talented or motivated people, they might have issues or prolong the timing of discovering themselves. It's almost like they bounce off of people, okay? Their environment has a big impact on them. Not only because they are able to feel their surroundings, but also what they can do with the energy that's around them. This is someone who's quite competitive. I wouldn't be surprised if they said this to you already, or they will. They like combat as well. They would maybe be interested in competitive sports, hobbies, ventures. They like to, it drives them, it drives them. That's how they move forward. That's how they improve themselves. They're able to see their weaker points, weaker sides to them. And it's not that they are trying to avoid that. It's not that they feel really bad about it. At least the light side sort of them. They want to see what they're not good at just yet, and they want to improve. The dark side of this, they would be quite jealous, and also I'd say could be quite manipulative too, if they wanted to, if they want to step into that place. They would do anything that they need in order to get what they want. This person has, there's something to do with health. They might be health conscious themselves. And they might be even interested in medical fields, something that's to do maybe even with food, what you digest, what you put in your body. You might be interested in herbs, in shamanism, in witchcraft, but specifically when it comes to witchcraft, they want to know what properties each herb have and what to do with them. Either when it comes to cooking or when it comes to rituals. Let's see what else. If you show interest in what they're interested in, be ready, because they're gonna tell you everything about it. If they find a person who is ready to listen about what hypes them up, they can talk all night. And they would really, really appreciate that. You don't know how much it would mean to them. It's almost like they're saying, you think you know, but for me, that means a lot. That means a lot. They might be also into researching about relationships, what is the dynamic, what should be the dynamic if we're seeking for a balanced relationship, what are the dark sides, what are the light sides. I want to know everything about it. This could be the people who tend to be spontaneous too. They like that because it drives them. They need some sort of fire in their life, something to be looking forward to. They like excitement. They are driven by excitement. The unexpected is what drives them. Give me a sec. 2 of Cups, Knight of Swords. If they see someone that they like friendship-wise, romantically wise, they're gonna act on it. They're not gonna hold back. They're not gonna hold back. This is someone that would be very clear by their actions. They're very action driven, to be honest. The dark side of them would self-sabotage. If they are in a dark aspect, they would self-sabotage their relationships in many different ways. See, they're very interested in the unconscious, subconscious, but when it comes to themselves, sometimes they need someone else to show it to them or to tell it to them. So they learn through experiences. They can read as many books as they want, but at the end of the day, there's someone who needs to see it work. If they read a book, for example, on mindfulness, no, I'm being rephrased. If someone said to them that they read a book on mindfulness, the next question they would have is, what do you practice now? How do you implement this in your life? And the last question is, what is the conclusion? Did it help once you practice? They probably don't really like people who don't practice what they preach. They call them scammers. They're like, fuck this, no. No, this is not my vibe. I do not respect that at all. I do like that though. Let's see, I feel like I want to take these back. And see a little bit more. Pile 3. Seven of Swords. I believe that's the Queen of Cups. I believe. I'm saying I believe because sometimes I'm confused with this deck. You know what? It feels like, I think this is for most of you. This person at one point, either they were there already or they will be. They might have been involved in a situation that is quite shady relationship-wise. But this happened, you know, either this would be like they fall in love with a married woman or a married man, and they know deep down that this is not going to take them anywhere and that's not beneficial for them. It's exciting at first, you know, and they take that energy. They're like, okay, I like this excitement. I love this person. But deep down they understand that this is not something that they want to entertain. It's something that just gives them the boost for that moment, but nothing could happen long term unless there was a clean slate. So the light aspect of this person knows this already. They have learned through this, right? They've been there. They're very self-reflective on that. And therefore they will have gone through, or they have already, this moment of transformation, you know, like massive change on their perspective, what kind of person they really want in their life and what they are going to accept. Because if this person doesn't have good boundaries, they can attract various of different things, as well as good as well as bad. Okay, so they gotta be very selective. They are strong manifestors, but at the same time their boundaries are tested. And I think this could be an issue for them, especially up to their, I'd say, 30s or even 40s for some of them, that they still keep working on this, you know, like, damn, why is this happening to me? I want to say this is someone who loves aesthetics. Oh God. If someone looks good, you will see this person looking at them. They love they treasure aesthetics. They treasure they also really look up to people. They respect them. They respect people who take care of their bodies. Also, they might be very much into interior and details in interior. They want their environment to be expressive of themselves. It has to show. If they haven't found themselves just yet, who they truly are, their place will be messy. It's just gonna be a mess, chaos. But once they do, once you walk in their place or even their office, there is some sort of special arrangement happening, okay? They like authentic people. Whoever this is, they treasure authenticity. And they might have struggled with this themselves before. That's not something that is foreign to them. They have a very, very, very big heart. But they know that in order for them to give, they gotta be whole themselves to some level. Or at least they're trying to learn that. They might be also interested into dark things, you know. They find answers there. But they might be vulnerable when it comes to fragile. That's the word, fragile, when it comes to their personal relationships. it's almost like it feels like that's their weak spot. Because when feelings are involved, it's like they're very intuitive, but that's when it goes through the roof. They're like, I cannot differentiate if that's my feelings, what I want, or that's my intuition. Like, it's hard for me. But it seems like in that area, in relationship area, they may have most tests in. Number 3 might be important for this person. Either this is, their life path, maybe their lucky number, or a date that they're born, just like a side note. I'm going to extend this on Patreon. I want to dive a bit deeper, but for the rest of you, thank you for being here. Until next time.